Life is a gift, a present. My life is a blessing, my life is a message. What will it say? I gotta show them the way. Everything seems to be going my way. Luck on my side, I can't throw it away. And I don't wanna wait, I'm dying. I feel it inside me, cause I got some risks to take. Living out things that I wish, okay. This ain't a dream, it's a glimpse of fate. Breath on my body, my friends are behind me. Decided by God, I'm rich today. Throw me a curve, I got hits to make. Vision, I had to release it. The mission had too much to do about Steven. It's not my decision, I let it go. This the life that chose me. This ain't no low key. Wake up on the high side. Greatest day of all time. This the life that chose me. This ain't no low key. Wake up on the high side. Greatest day of all time.
Yo, we're here. We're doing it live. We're doing it raw. Fuck it, we'll do it live. I'm having fun. I'm losing my mind. It's fantastic. Welcome back to the podcast. If you're new, we're doing everything inspired. I measure my life by moments of inspiration, which means I take inspired actions and I help other people have inspired moments. I'm jumping on here because I'm developing my energy coaching business. So much content comes through me. That muscle of creating and sharing is on fire, yet I don't have the other sides of my life, the systems, the ways I actually impact set up. So I'm spending some time on that to actually amplify my impact. And that goes right into the heart. But real quick, I want to overview today's episode. I want to talk about owning our value and how this past month, that's why I wanted to jump on right now because it's current. This past month, specifically September and early October, was one of the most massive shifts in my energy, in my experience, in my reality that I've ever encountered. So I'm happy to share that. And this podcast is a place where I can get my ideas out. And so they might be a little more raw. I might go on some more tangents, yet it's so helpful for me. And I love sharing the journey with you guys. It feels like I can get it out as soon as it happens. So it feels, one, authentic, but two, current. So it's like I get to share and you get to see my process. And it's just a very fun art form for me. So yeah, let's jump into it. So what I was saying real quick about the heart was that I believe now, as I've mastered my life, as I'm turning 32 in a couple months, mastering, obviously, is that the heart, what I help people with is notice that there's a expression piece, an action piece. And on the backside of that, there's the foundation piece, the stillness piece. And in my life, I've gotten so good at maximizing my ability to express, take action, having courageous moments, and even like finding my ultimate expression, which right now is rapping. I trained myself to dunk. Like these were ultimate expressions, but I haven't been in early years, wasn't as good or natural at building the foundation of peace, which is what now feels so good in my life. I've worked on my business. I've worked on my relationship. I've worked on within myself and what it means to be still and peaceful within. And that to me is my philosophy of life, is having that balance. So you might have heard of the book, The Surrender Experiment. If you haven't, definitely check it out. But I started my own a couple months ago called The Heart Experiment, which is I was so good at chasing what I love to express, meaning like being a rapper, posting these videos, but it caused some destabilization because I got uncomfortable. I would go so far that route, I didn't have any stability under me. And so that's simply put, that stability wasn't there. So now the heart experiment is, yes, I want to follow the heart. I want to follow those inspired actions, but I also want to act on things that bring me peace, things that bring me a sense of stability, security, and safety. And I bring that up because every action is one of those too. And if I continue to do that, I have such a great balance in my life and I feel so great. I feel calm. I feel connected to the moments. And I also feel like I'm mastering my expression. And this is leading into the topic of the day, which is owning my role in life, owning my value. And I think it comes with time, age, experience. And so with my heart experiment, that's all I want is one of the fears I had was never reaching my destiny, like never getting my music out there, never becoming the impact I want to become, whether it's famous or just reaching thousands of people, let alone millions. But when I would act on stability, I had this fear that I would never get the chance to express my ultimate self. And so that's a fear, but I don't want to act on that, right? So that was blocking my stability. And now when I focus on things that bring me stability, Like simple things like working on my business, doing the systems, thinking longer term. I feel the itch to create, which is what today is that the itch got too strong and I'm making a podcast. But I see now with more clarity that once I have this stability, this foundation, it's going to amplify my expression. And what I teach clients is that have the same fear, what I've learned is that when I'm feeling strong and stable and safe, expression is a natural result. And for those that might not be as artistic, when you're so strong within and you know yourself so well, your natural light is a result. You don't have to try to amplify your light. It just feels like the natural result. And I believe that's our purpose and our way of being as humans on this planet, because the universe is an expression. The whole experience is an expression of the one source. That's what it means to be an energy freak. Because freak is short for frequency, and we are all one vibration, and we are and on the same frequency, and we're all different expressions of this one frequency. So by being an energy freak, you are showing up as your most authentic, shining your unique light, sharing your gifts, and tapped into the universal energy we all are a part of. And that's what I freaking love. Okay, so now owning our value. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, I had no experience whatsoever. I quit my corporate job in 2019 and just dove in. Didn't even know I was going to be an entrepreneur, but it sent me on this path of spiritual awakening. There's a book called Sacred Commerce, How Business is a Spiritual Awakening. And once I read that book, I realized, oh, wow, that's why I'm being pulled on this journey. Dunking was my first chapter. Now, entrepreneurship, despite not making the amount of money I want or haven't impacted the amount of people or developed the exact business I want, looking back, I've grown so much. I was just talking to my roommate, my boy, Kanan, yesterday, and we were just talking about time and how it's changed. And I see time as so much more full these days, because even if I'm not as peaceful as I could have been because I made some mistakes and different things, every moment has been exciting, and I've had so many growth moments, and I have so many opportunities to act on my growth, and I wouldn't trade that for the world. So if you're being called to something higher and it's something you have no experience in, let it be a game that you see as evolving your consciousness and helping you become the person, being the path to awakening. Dunking was me overcoming limiting beliefs, my genetics, overcoming my body, overcoming what other people thought of me and judgment, and finding my expression. It led to so much of my expression because I loved using the camera. I loved making music. So these are the clues, and I want to make another episode on how your gifts reveal themselves. So that being said, let's get to owning the value. So this month, I don't want to get into too many details because it's personal, but I will eventually. But I just want to share that my business, I was working with a business partner and I got let go. So I was basically co-founder and got let go. So I was working on that for 9 months. And it was both of our decisions. Like I was like, this is not the role for me. Yet I got let go, and I thought I was going to have income when I didn't. And it was a lot more abrupt than I thought. So that was terrifying. Yet I felt the relief of this is not the role for me. And I'm so proud of myself for speaking my truth, because the decision came from me saying, you know what, this is not the role for me, which is what I want to hammer today. Then in my relationship, same thing. Owned what I want to do and how I operate as a human, and that fell off as well. And I went hard at I was looking at other opportunities in life, mostly in business, before I got let go, and just the simple act of supporting myself made me feel good. And I bring this up because I realized once I owned what I truly want to do, this lights me up. Then all these opportunities started flooding in, new ideas started flooding in, and I looked back and I'm like, all I had to do was own that this is what I want to do. And when it comes to running a business, I work with a lot of coaches and I've talked to a lot of different people as entrepreneurs, and I've helped with branding. And so often people are trying to help everyone, and they also don't know who they help best. And so it's all a process of you owning what lights you up. And what I'm getting at this owning your value is you have this internal guidance, this emotional system within you, your heart, your soul, a higher power that's whispering to you at all times. and you can get clearer on that. You can strengthen your connection with it. And I feel like I hit a new level in that. And the freedom that it fills me with is magical, because I feel like at any point in time, if I have any questions, yes, I have mentors and I have coaches and I'm in programs and courses, I'm in everything to support myself. I have an amazing community, but sometimes none of that works. And even if none of that's available, I have this compass within me to go deep within and be like, what is my next step? And I don't always have the answer right away, but I ask. And if I tune in finally enough, I could be like, ooh, that is my little spark. And I just continue to follow that. Long story short, as I look back at this, like what's happening now and what I love to do, first, let's just say what I love to do. I want to be a public speaker. I want to be a rapper. I love creating content. I want to be the host of some sort. I'm the host of this podcast. I love people so much. I love inspiring them. I love helping them have breakthroughs. I love being their reminder of their energy source within. I love helping them find their gifts, share their gifts, express themselves. Boom. You see how easy that comes out when I'm lit up? You can't fake what you love. And in the past, I used to be like, well, I could do this. I could be the creative director. I could create content for people. I could edit videos. And that's where money's coming from. So back to the heart experiment. If it brings you stability now, let it happen. I've tried to go all in with energy coaching in the past, and I was trying to make money while develop the business, while find clients, while serve clients all at once, and that was too much. So I've learned now is that when I'm in a stable place, just like expression, I serve the best. So if I don't absolutely love those things that may bring me stability, I do love them because they bring me stability. Yet there's a balance. So some people, I feel like there's a continuum where it's like you're not letting go of this other thing and you're not acting on your highest excitements, or you're acting on your highest excitement and you don't have the peace and stability within you. So it's really hard to hold it there. So there's a constant dance. I used to be so bothered by that dance, be like, why can't I just follow my highest excitements? But the truth was, I'm a human and we have a human mind and an ego. And it's sometimes too destabilizing to go that far into our expression. So do the simple things. Pay your bills. Have an income that supports you. It's simple. And why I didn't want to do that is because I was like, why? Do I not believe in myself? Am I never going to follow my highest excitement to the fullest capacity? And the answer is yes. And you have to be gentle with your mind. And that's what I love about energy coaching is finding your unique flow. Because I truly believe, and I've experienced it, we can find peace and joy in every single day, let alone every moment. And everybody's flow is different. Everybody's way of expressing is different. Today is Yom Kippur, actually, and I didn't even know this, but my mom sent me this quote. I'm going to read it real quick because it's so fun. It literally says, Yom Kippur, Jewish tradition, it requires a strict spiritual inventory. You aren't supposed to just sit around feeling guilty, but to take action in the real world to set things right. So I'm all about inspiration. And one of the things that I'm getting at is you have to take action in the world. We live in a 3D human world. And if you're able to take action, changing the timer, if you're able to take action, you're saying, I believe this so much, it's a knowing. I know this is my route, I'll take it. And I bring that up because so many times I have these inspired ideas and I act on them too far. And that's a balance. And what I mean by too far is they become to take away my peace. And I'm doing too many actions for me expressing, not enough actions for my stability. So everything's an inspired action, but sometimes it gets a little squirrely. We're like, I want to make music, but I don't feel my best. So what's the action I can take that brings me stability? And so this whole year has been foundation first for me. And I believe everyone's on a continuum, like I mentioned. And to say it simply is we have a foundation we're building, and we have our expression and our practice of how we share our gifts. And so many people are in something so comfortable, their foundation is huge, and they haven't taken any steps to share their art or act on it. They know they want to serve people, or they know they want to be an artist, or they know they want to try a new thing, and they don't try it. So everyone has their own blocks. But if you can just see that those two pillars, foundation and expression, it may help you say, this is the courageous act, and this is the one that's acting on fear, and always take the courageous one. Okay, so owning the value. what I learned so strongly looking back is that the clues were there all the time. Like I said, we have to have this balance of what brings us stability, but always know that when you own your value, you're going to step into the unknown. And so often the fear of leaving the current known is scarier than our excitement. But if you can find the trust that says, you know what, I know this so strongly within myself that this is the right step, then the fear can be shrunken down a lot for you to take that step. And I want to tell you firsthand that when you take the step, it's could be terrifying, but if you can be objective and also the observer, for me, lost a job, partnership change, really hard waves there. Also, all these different opportunities just fell off. Like I had all these opportunities and they're just gone. Like they're just not available anymore. But I'm like, wow, I feel so true with what my value was and what I want to do that is the universe showing me all these things just don't align anymore. So when you're in the transitionary period, just stay strong. Do the small things that make you feel good. Find your current state that makes you feel good, even if it's just giggling or laughing just for a little bit. Use your community and express yourself, express your fears, express your doubts, because every time I do that, I'm like, I'm still going towards this amazing life that I want to go towards. I'm still proud of the courageous act. So the two phases I'm talking about is one, getting super clear on your current step. Are you acting in fear or are you acting in owning your value? And so many times it's putting myself first. I had such a tough time doing that. But just know, which is why I say you're worthy of your dreams, you're worthy of being your highest light, is that when you do that, you're serving everyone around you the best. Being an entrepreneur for the past 5 years, I've worked in companies and people ask me to do things and I say yes because of scarcity and I can do it, but it doesn't mean I should do it or I should do it. I think that and I'm like, I'm shooting on myself, and then I start to resent it. Then I don't do my best work, and then I have conflict with the other people at the company, and I'm like, and it was just me. They're like, hey, you didn't have to do that. But I took it on for the wrong reasons. So it's scary because you think you're saying no to opportunities, but you're saying yes to yourself and you're saying yes to more aligned opportunities. And when you own that, it feels so true in everything you do, and you get to show up so authentically in your life. And I keep sharing that to people I'm with. Like I want to be a speaker. I want to create content. I want to be a coach. I want to do this, because then everything falls off. You have your boundaries. And if I'm going to make a whole nother episode on just boundaries, and it's health, wealth, love, and self-expression. And that's one of the things I am now teaching in my energy coaching. I have the intensive, which helps shake up your energy, break you through it, and just see your state in a new way, change your state. And then there's the boundary blueprint, helping you understand your boundary. And there's a big difference between having boundaries and having a box. A box you're boxed into has a ceiling, and it limits you and it confines you and it restricts you. But if you have boundaries, think of it as like two boundaries on your left and your right, and you're always going up. All your energy is focused. If the boundaries are too wide or non-existent, your energy is scattered. So owning your value is one of the most powerful ways to set your boundaries. And what I want you to take away from today's episode is what lights you up the most is your highest value. If it excites you the most from a place of this just feels fun, this feels joyful, this makes me feel authentic, then you could trust that these are the right boundaries to set. And of course, it's going to be unknown because you don't know what it's going to be. But as soon as I did that, I found this job, this potential opportunity where I am the host of these people working remotely, and I get to just help them have the best time, help them connect to each other. And this is so behind the scenes, but the reason I love that job is because then it could lead to potential coaching clients. What better way to develop my business than to spend time with people doing what I actually do, which is helping them feel connected, helping them feel part of a community, helping them show up as their unique selves. And I love that. So it all opened up. I'm like, wow, I didn't even know this opportunity was out there, but it took me saying these are my boundaries, and then I had inspired actions and thoughts of where to go. So the prayer from the Course of Miracles is, what would you have me do? Where would you have me go? What would you have me say, and to whom? So if you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, you don't know where to go, just open up to those questions, wait for the inspired actions to come or inspired ideas, and listen to your little spark. If it says, you know what, I'd love to go to a coffee shop right now. I'd love to call my friend. Last night I had pizza at a classic joint with my boy, and we had a fun time, and it was so nice. And he told me this whole story about the Dodgers player. I don't know anything about sports, let alone baseball. And it was like this inspiring story how he's the best baseball player we've ever seen or in the history of the freaking league. And he was just passionate telling me about that story, and I was so inspired. And now think of my state. I'm sharing a pizza. I'm reminiscing. I'm just inspired. And when you do that, you're going to have more inspired moments, more inspired thoughts, more inspired experiences. And that's how I measure my freaking success in life. Thank you so much for listening. Feedback is everything. If you want to talk with me, my DMs are open. Email me. The links are in the description. Share this with a friend that you can connect them to this energy with. So in your community, with your boys, with your girls, you can share in this energy. That's what it's all about, if you're able to inspire them. So I hope if this resonates with you and you have a friend that you want to connect with, this helps you guys connect as well. I'm popping off on Instagram in the group chat. I love that little channel thing. It's so easy for me to share my voice, share some videos. So trying to build a community as well. But my first goal is to find individual energy freaks, people that are feeling a little overwhelmed, a little stuck, maybe disconnected from their passion and purpose. I want to help you feel more alive. I want to help you break through any energetic blocks, and I want to help you build your boundaries so you can shine your brightest and share your gifts with the world. This has been so fun. New music coming out eventually. Hopefully this month I get another one out, but it's been a really magical, powerful time. And if you're going through that transition period, I'm here with you. And just know that we're having fun. How can we see life as a game that we're just playing and having fun? That's it. Happy freaking Saturday. Greatest day of all time.
Maybe I'm dreaming too big. Maybe that hand I was dealt. What if I never take steps? How could I live with myself? Gotta let him out, gotta walk the walk. Edge off me, no alcohol. Captain now, keep the vest so light. I'm done, still bring the hype. Time is now and I just got right. Twinkle in my eye, blink is passing by. Think I'm out of my this and different. Got travel up my spine. Ooh, give me some. Laws of reality, bending them. Word from the top, cinema. This is my energy enema. Give them like 10 of them. Heart up on my sleeve, carry truth. If I'm breathing, that's my proof. In the seat of my soul, boy, I never leave the stoop. Hearing Steve gives me juice. Just a guess until I leave. 5 stars, Mr. Rumi, Astro BMB. Wake up delusions of grandeur. Nothing is random. Follow the question. I am the answer. Energy anthem. God, when he give you nothing you can handle. My frequency handsome. Move like a dancer. Storm is a brewing. I tell him I am one. Warrior in me. I don't need a handout. God, when he give you nothing you can handle. You are the truth. We already made it. Time to celebrate it. Here and now, zero doubts. Feel like I'm the greatest. We already made it. Time to celebrate it. Yes. Here and now, zero doubts. Feel like I'm the greatest. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. Waking up, I'm awake. Living my life, I may only get one of them. Stay in the moment, that gratitude, meditate. Can I ask for a better day? Seeing my fears never run away. Asking for strength, not a different way. I am the one. Shine like the sun, I'ma be alright. Physically, mentally, I'm on a whole nother level. My body a vessel, a temple. I put face to face with the devil. I float like a feather. Extending my blessings, we in this together. Vibrations can drop, just don't get attached. We want to attract. We celebrate every day, bringing us back. Enjoy, relax, have faith. The universe got our back.